Hello everyone. Welcome back to the continuation of this worksheet. Uh, there are some elementary questions, the questions which are too primary, but I will take you through all these questions. And if I get a feeling that probably the question is clear to you, then I will let you try that as a homework. Now here we go. Adding and subtracting decimals. We have few examples here. Work these out. A, 27.52 plus 4.8. What we do basically just at least put a boundary between A and B so that you can separate the solutions. Okay. Now, what we go for this one. We arrange these numbers vertically. The whole numbers, a decimal point, the decimal part, and then the whole part, the decimal part, simple like that. And then we show the addition sign over here. Now what we keep to balance, we just keep zeros, and then we put a line, then we add 2 plus 0 is 2. 5 plus 8, this is 13, carry 1. 7 plus 4 is 11, plus 1, that is 12, carry 1. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 0, that is 3. So this is your final answer. For the case of subtraction, we do the same. The whole part is 43.6. The decimal part is 5. Sorry, the whole part is 5 and the decimal part is 4, 5. To balance this, you keep 0 and you keep 0 over here, then you subtract. 0 minus 5 is not possible. Take 1 from 6, the remainder is 5. This becomes 10. 10 minus 5 is 5, and 5 minus 4 is 1. Then 3 minus 5 is not possible. Take 1 from here. This remains 3. Then this becomes 13 minus 5. This becomes 8. Okay, 3 minus 0. This is 3. This is your final answer. Okay, I hope you have already understood. So you can try this. See that? Try this. Try this. Try that. Okay, and then if you've got any problem, you can come back to me or just drop me a message, then I will come back to you. Okay, we have all these questions. You can try. Set the numbers vertically, arrange the whole part and the decimal part, and then subtract accordingly. So you can try those. Okay, we have this question here, which is talking about a television. The question says, Asian is going to buy a television. He sees the television. He wants advertised in a store. I should repeat this. Asian is going to buy a television. He sees the television. He wants advertised in a store. Okay, so you can see a television over here. Now, Asian can either buy the television using cash or payment plan. How much more will the television cost? How much more will the television cost Asian if he uses the payment plan rather than paying cash? Okay, so we have two prices. The television costs $799 if Asian buys this television for cash. And if Asian has to buy this television using the payment plan, the first payment that Asian has to pay is $215. Then 8 monthly payments of $82. Now, Asian wants to buy this television using the payment plan. That means using this. Now the question is, how much more money will the television cost? Okay, so let us see the cost of television. The cost of television and payment plan. Okay, first he has to pay $215. Then you have to add 8 times $82. $82. Can you see that? Okay. Now, what is the total dollars? First, you do BODMAS. 82 times 8. 82 times 8. This is 16, carry 1. This is 64. Then total will be 65. Can you say that? So this will be $65.60. Now, what is the total amount of dollars which Asian will pay under the payment plan? Under the payment plan. So you set these numbers vertically. $215 plus $656. This will be 11, carry 1. This will be 6, 7. This will be 2, 6. This will be 8. So what we have seen here is $871. This is the total cost under payment plan. This is the total cost under payment plan. Okay, now see the television cost. The television cost $799 only when you buy by cash. And when you buy under payment plan, you'll be paying $871. Now the question is, how much more will the television cost Asian if he uses the payment plan? So you can see, if Asian buys under the payment plan, Asian is paying more money. Now the question is, how much is that more money? So what we do, we take cash price. What we do is subtract cash price, which is $799. You subtract that from $871. Okay. Now this English here can be confused, can be a little bit contradicting. Can contradict some students. Subtract cash price, which is this amount, from this amount. So the problem can be which number will subtract the other. Okay. So what do we do over here? We take 871. We take $871 minus $799. Now 1 minus 9 is not possible. Take 1 from here. This remains 6. This becomes 11 minus 9. This is 2. 6 minus 9 is not possible. Take 1 from here. Here remains 7. This becomes 16. 16 minus 9. This becomes 7. 7 minus 7, that is 0. So cancel that. So how much more will the television cost Asian if he uses payment plan rather than paying cash? So we say it will cost $72. It will cost $72 if Asian, 1 minute, it will cost $72 more money if Asian buys under payment plan, under payment plan. This is more money that Asian will get, is an extra cost, so $72. I hope that helps. Now let us go to this question. Nelson's column in London, UK, is a monument that was built in memory of Admiral Horatio Nelson, who died in the Battle of Trafalgar in 1805. It has a base of, that column, this column you see here. Let me expand that, if it will be possible anyway. Maybe this is so much expansion. You see, this is the column they're talking about. Now this column, which they're talking about, has got the base. See this column? It's got the base. So Nelson column has got the base, which is this part, which is 14.11 meters high. Then on top of this is a column. See, that is a column which is 47.5 meters high. At the top there is a statue of 5.18 meters high. The question is, what is the total height of Nelson column? It's easy. What you do, you take 14.11 meters plus 47.55 meters plus 5.18 meters. The question is, what is the total height? So what you do, you set these numbers vertically. The whole part, which is 41.11, then the whole part is 47.55, and then you have this is 47.55, and then you have 5.18, and then you add. The answer you get will be your total height. Now, so many students get confused when you have three numbers to be added together. So what I usually do is to break. Take these numbers, add them. The answer you get, add with this one here. That will be giving you your final answer. See that? So this you can try. You can try adding that. If there is any problem, you can come back to me. Okay, now we have this question here, which says Madai runs in a marathon. The total distance that Madai has to run is 26.2 miles. After 1 hour, Madai has run 8.7 miles. How much further has she got to run? The idea is very easy. What we do is the total distance is 26.2. So you write 26.2. But after 1 hour, Madai has run 8.7. You write 8.7 over here. Now the question is how much further as she got to run. So you take 26.2 minus 8.7. The answer you get is your final answer. This is the answer. Right. Then let us see this question. This question here, we discussed this type of questions in class, but let us do them here. Now this question is a very technical question. The question is, work out the missing digits in these calculations. What is the missing digit over here? 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 But putting in your mind that this is the addition sign. Okay, now how do we move from here? What we basically do is just figure out that 1 plus which number equals 6. 1 plus which number equals 6. In other words, you do the inverse. You do the inverse of addition. How? The inverse of addition is subtraction. So how do we do that? If 1 plus a missing number is 6, so that means 6 minus 1 is the answer which is missing over here. And that is 5, because 6 minus 1 equals 5. Let us check. 1 plus 5 equals 6. See that? Cool. All right, now here the question says, which number plus 3, which number plus 3 equals 1. There is no that number. Here, this number was 11. Can I show you how? 11 minus 3, what do you get? You get 8. That means 8 plus 3 equals to 11. But we don't write 11. We write 1. And we carry 1. See that? Now, 1 plus 2 makes 3. So this number in combination is 3. Now the question is, 3 plus which number equals 9? In that way, this will be 9 minus 3. 9 minus 3, this number missing here is 6. Now let us try to check. 1 plus 5 is 6. 8 plus 3 is 11, carry 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 6 is 9. So this answer is correct. Okay? Now, there may be, let me check. This is 1 plus 5 is 6, 8 plus 3 is 11, carry 1. 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 6 is 9. Okay, now here there is a certain number over here. Let me check. 12 plus 11 minus 6. Nope, the calculation is not balancing. Let me repeat this. 1 plus a certain number equals to 6. This we said, and the answer is 5. Okay, and then here is which number plus 3 equals to 11. Which number plus 3 equals to 11? We said that number is 8. Okay, 8 plus 3 is 11. So you carry 1. This is 3. 3 plus 2. 8 plus 3 is 11. 11 carry 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus unknown here. The answer is 9. So the missing number here is 6. Let me check. Okay. Good. correct. Now, which number here, so we are correct. Which number here plus 2 equals 6? In other words, we say 6 minus 2 equals 4. So we were correct. Very good. Okay, now let us check from here. Let us check from here. 1 plus 5 is 6. 8 plus 3 is 11. Kill 1. 2 plus 6 is 8. Add 1 is 9. 4 plus 2 is 6. So we are correct. Good. Now let us do subtraction. Remember, the inverse of subtraction is addition. Okay. 4 minus which number equals 6? So that number is not possible. So what do we do? What we do basically is 4 minus which number equals 6. What we do, we take 1 from 6, and then this means 5, and this becomes 14. 14 minus which number equals 6? Okay, so 14 minus, this will be 14 minus 8. 14 minus 8 equals 6. Okay, 5 minus 5 equals 0. Now, which number minus 9 equals to 8? Okay, we don't have that number. So what do we do? Oh, let us try to check. Oh, this was 14 carry 1, 5, that is 6. All right. So here we have a certain number here, minus 9 equals to 8. Now that number, we don't have that number. So what we do basically is think of the reverse of subtraction, that is addition. That this number was initially 18. So 18, okay, 18, let me check 1 minute. Okay, right. So let us do 6. Borrow 1 from 6. This means 5, and this becomes a certain number here. So this number will be 18. This number will be 17. 17 minus 9. 17 minus 9 is when you get 8. And then 5 minus which number equals 3? That makes 2. Okay. Now let us check if we are correct. 4 minus 8 is not possible. So take 1 from here, and this becomes 14. 14 minus 8 is 6. So that will correct. 5 minus 5 is 0. 7 minus 9 is not possible. Take 1 from here. This number remains 5, and this becomes 17. 17 minus 9, the answer is 8. And 5 minus 2, the answer is 3. So we are correct. So here would be 7. Here will be 8, and here will be 0. Here will be 2. Okay? So in case of any problem, you can just drop me a message, and then I will come back to you. Okay, let us see this question. At the cinema, Priya spends $4.75 on a ticket, $1.75 on sweets, $0.85 on a drink. How much does she spend altogether? Altogether means add these numbers. Add them. So I guess you can try that. All right. Priya pays with a $10 bill. how much change does she receive? Okay, I should do this question, I guess, because it is asking for, to answer B, we need to get A. Okay, so what we do, you take 4.75, add it to 1.75, add it to 0.85. What do we get? To save time, we can use a calculator. You can use a calculator. 4.75 plus 1.75 plus 0.85, you get 7.35. So you get $7.35. Okay, so this is $4.75, $1.75, $0.85. When you add, you get this total. Okay, Priya pays with a $10 bill. How much change does she receive? So it's easy. You take $10.00 and then you subtract $7.35. This will be 0 minus 5 is not possible, so we borrow from here. Borrow from here, this becomes 10. Borrow from here, this becomes 9. Okay, and this becomes 10. Borrow from here, this becomes 9, and this becomes 10. So 10 minus 5, this is 5. 9 minus 3, this is 6. 9 minus 7, this is 2. Here remains 0, and this becomes 0. So cancel that 0. So 10, 9, okay. So the change, how much change? So the change is this answer here, $2.65. I hope that helps. Let us rush to other questions. Okay. All right. Okay, there is so much work. But anyway, slowly we'll reach at the target. So let's go to this question. I'll try to be more brief. Moira went on a diet. She recorded her weight at the start and end of every month. Here are her records for June and July. We have start of June. Moira started with 95.45. This is kilogram, and then end of June, she had 91.92 kilogram. Okay, so there was a decrease. From here to here, there was a decrease of weight. So that means Moira lost weight by end of June. Start of July, Moira had this weight and then decreased to this weight. Okay. Now the question is, during which month, June or July, did Moira lose more weight? Okay. So let us do by, the question is during which month? Okay. Let us do loss in weight. This is loss. This is loss in weight. Loss in weight during June. During June, how much loss was in weight? So you do 95.45 kilogram minus 91.92 kilogram. That is loss in weight during June. Now loss in weight during July, we take 91 3.92 kilogram minus 88.35 kilogram. Okay, let us use a calculator to save time. 95.45 minus 91.92. The answer is 3.53. The answer here is 3.53 kilogram. Another one is 91.92 minus 88.35. The answer is 3.57. The answer is 3.57 kilogram. Now the question is, during which month, June or July, did Moira lose more weight? Okay, if you check during June, Moira lost 3.53 kilogram only. During July, Moira lost 3.57 kilograms. So we compare 3.57 and 3.53, which decimal here is bigger than the other. So we say, since 3.57 kilogram, this number is bigger than 3.53 kilogram, hence, or therefore, Moira lost more weight in or during July. See that? During July. Okay, let us see another question. At the start of August, okay, there is another August. So here we extend a table and we record the information given. Okay. At the start of August, so here you write start of August. What is the information? Start of August. Okay. All right. Start of August. At the start of August, Moira waited. At the start of August, Moira weighed 88.35 kilogram. During August, she lost. Okay, this is the loss. How much did Moira weigh at the end of August? Okay, end of August, Moira's weight is X kilogram. Okay, but we have got the loss that Moira lost during August. That means when you take this weight minus this weight, which is unknown, the answer is 1.82 kilogram. I should repeat that. When you are calculating the loss in weight, you take the weight at the start minus the weight at the beginning. Sorry. When you are calculating the loss in weight, you take the weight at the start minus the weight at the finishing or at the end of the month, that you'll get a loss in weight, which is 1.82 kilogram. So in other words, to find this X, you do this number plus the inverse of subtraction, which is addition. So you do 1.82 plus 1.82 plus this equals that. Is that true? No. Let me check. Let me just hold on. You do, to calculate the loss in weight, you take 88.35 minus x, which is unknown. This equals to 1.82. All right. Then this equation is correct. Now let me move with the concept of equation. So I'm looking for the value of x here. So what I do, I take the negative x, shift it over here, and I take the 1.82, shift it over here. That means I'm collecting like terms. So this will be, this is positive. When it goes there, it will be negative. So 88.35 minus 1.82. See that? This will be equal to, when this negative x goes there, it becomes positive x. Cool, yeah? Then you take your calculator, you do 88.35 minus with 1.82. The answer you get is 86.53. So here, 88. The question is, how much did Moira weigh at the end of August? So we say, at the end of August, Moira weighed this answer we have got here, which is 86.53. At the end of August, Moira weighed how much answer? After subtracting 86.53. 86.53. Okay, I hope that helps. Multiplying decimals. Okay, let us see how do we multiply decimals. This is easy. Use the numbers from the box to complete these calculations. You can only use each number once. You should have no numbers left at the end. Okay. 0.1 times 6. Ignore this decimal point. Just do 1 times 6. Answer is 6. How many decimal places? We have only one decimal place. So one decimal place, count one number, and you keep 0 over here. So 0.6 is here. So you cross it, and then you write 0.6 over here. 0.4 times a certain number, call it y, equals to 2.8. So to get the value of y, do the inverse of multiplication, which is dividing by 0.4 here, divide by 0.4 here. So 0.4 is cancelled, so it means y equals to 2.8 divided by 0.4. Now we have one decimal place in the numerator, we have one decimal place in the denominator, so times 10 here, times 10 here. So 2.8 times 10 is 28. 0.4 times 10 is 4. 28 divided by 4, the answer is 7. So here the missing number is 7, and which is over here. All right, we have a certain number times 5 equals 3.5. Do the reverse of multiplication. You divide on both sides, divide by 5, divided by 5. This will cancel. So a missing number over here will be equal to 3.5 divided by 5. This 3.5 divided by 5 will be 0.7. So the missing number over here is 0.7, which is this number here. 4.3 times an unknown number equals to 8.6. To find the unknown number, we divide on both sides. 4.3 divided by 4.3. This will cancel. So the missing number will be equal to 8.6 divided by 4.3. So multiply by 10 over here, multiply by 10 here. This will be 8.6 times 10 will be 86, divided by 4.3 times 10 will be 43. So when you divide, you get a missing number equals to 2. Do we have 2 here? Yes, it's here, 2. So you put 2 over here. Okay, 9.2 times 4. This you can try, and also you can try this. But make sure that you compare with the numbers over here. You are left with 18.3, 36.8, 6.1. Maybe should I try to figure out this? Okay, let me try to help you here. Okay, 9.2 times 4. 9.2 times 9.2 times 4. Okay, 9.2 times 4, ignore the decimal point. This number becomes 92 times 4. That becomes 8. And this becomes 36. There is one decimal place. So keep a decimal point over here. The answer is 36.8. Do you have 36.8? Yep, we have. Now here we are remaining with two numbers. One number is 18.3, another number is 6.1. Alright, so which number comes here? Which when multiplied by 3 equals to, I guess this would be 6.1. Multiplied by 3, let us check. 6.1 multiplied by 3. This will be 3 times 6, 18, one decimal place, 18.3. Now, do we have 18.3 over here? Yes, we do. So we are correct. 18.3 is here, 6.1 is here, and all the numbers have been tried. So there is nothing to try over here. Everything is done. So let us go to the next page. Okay, this page over here. How much time is gone? 42 minutes. Okay. Amina is an electrician. She charges $28 an hour. Okay, for 1 hour. This person is very rich. For 1 hour, Amina charges $28. Okay. It takes Amina 6.5 hours to do one job. What is the total amount she charges for this job? Okay. So it's easy. For 1 hour, Amina charges $28. If Amina does that job for 6.5 hours, how much will it cost? So you cross multiply. You do 6.5 multiplied by 28. 6.5 multiplied by 28 divide by this number. Divide by 1. Now this will remain 6.5 times 28, which you can try to finish that. Alright, to do another job, she charges a total of 343. Now the question is, how many hours did this job take her? Remember the first story? Amina is an electrician. She charges 28 an hour for 1 hour. So let me do that. For 1 hour, Amina charges 28. Now this time, we don't know how many hours Amina has worked, but we know the total amount of money that Amina has charged. Amina has charged how much money? Amina has charged this total, $343. Now the question is, how many hours did the job take? So it's easy. You do cross multiply. So it will be 343 times 1 divided by 28. You do 343 times 1 divided by 28. So this you can do using a calculator. You can try to finish this. 343 times 1 is 343. Divided by 28, you can just use a calculator to do that. Okay, work this out. This is, should I ask you to try? Let me check. No, let me do few questions for you. I will do this. You try this. Try this. And then I will do this, and you try these two. Yep. Right, how do we multiply decimals? What I said, we ignore the decimal point. When you ignore the decimal point, this number becomes 29. When you ignore the decimal point, this number becomes 007. But we don't write 007, we just write 7. Okay, let us multiply that. But mind you, here we have 1 decimal place, here we have 2 decimal places, total 3 decimal places. Okay, let us multiply this. 29 times 7. Okay, 9 times 7 is 63. Is that correct? I'm not good in multiplication. 9 times 7 is, okay, 9 times 8, that will be 72. 9 times 7 is 63. Okay, 2 times 7 is 14, plus 6, that is will be 20. Now, how many decimal places are there? 1 decimal place here, 2 decimal places here, total 3 decimal places. So 1, 2, 3. So keep a decimal point here. The answer is 0.203. Let me check using a calculator to be sure. We have 2.9 multiplied by 0.07. Nope, there is a fixed pattern. Let me remove, let me set my calculator to shift set it to normal. Good, there is no fixed option. Okay, so let me redo that. 2.9 multiplied by 0.07, it equals to, yep, I got it, 0.203. Wow, I got it. So try this. Should I do this? It looks easy. Yeah, let me do this. Let me do that. Okay, multiplication. Ignore the decimal point, the number becomes 151. Ignore the decimal point, this number becomes 9. Multiply. This is 9. This is 45. Carry 4. This is 9. 9 times 1 is 9. Add 4, that is 13. How many decimal places here? We have 1 decimal place here. We have 2 decimal places here. Total 3 decimal places. So count 3 numbers. 1 from the right hand side. 1, 2, 3. The answer is 1.359. You can check using a calculator and come back to me. Try that, try that, try that. All the best. Okay. Wow. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Mia, okay, let me keep the boundaries first. Put the boundaries. Put the boundaries. Boundaries. Okay. Now let us do A. Mia worked out the multiplication. 144 times 6 equals that. Okay. Now work this out mentally. Now a lot of confusion. Students will start now multiplying 144 times, I don't know, ignore that, multiply by 6. What do they get? You see this? Can you see this? 144 times 6. Okay. Now, can you see what Mia has done? Mia has taken 144 times 6 equals to 864. Now see what is happening. If you ignore the decimal point here, this number will be 144 times 6. I should show you nicely. If we ignore the decimal point, I repeat, if we ignore the decimal point, this number here, if we ignore the decimal point, this number here becomes 0.6, but we don't write 0.6, we write 6. Okay, so it will be 6 multiplied by 144. But can you see this? 144 times 6, it is this one here, whose answer we know it. Can you see that? The answer is 864. Can you see that? Now see, how many decimal places are here? There is only one. There is no there is 0 decimal place here, but there is 1 decimal place here. Total is 1 decimal place. So count one number from the right. See that? The answer is 86.4. See that? Easy, yeah? You can use a calculator to do the question. You can use a calculator to check if our answer is correct. 144 times 0.6. I got it. I got 86.4. See that? Let us move on. Ignore the decimal point here. Ignore the decimal point. The number becomes 144. Ignore the decimal point. This you already know. The number becomes 6. Okay, copy the multiplication set. Can you see this number? Wonderful. Can you see this number? This number looks to be the same as this. Can you see that? So I'm going to write 144 times 6. I'm going to copy this answer. It's 864. But remember, we have ignored some decimal places. Okay, let me count. How many are they in total? We have 2 decimal places here. We have 1 decimal place here. Total, we have 3 decimal places. So 3 decimal places suggest count 3 numbers from the right hand side. 1, 2, 3. Keep a decimal point over here. Add 0. This becomes 0.864. Simple. Let me check using a calculator. Let me check using a calculator if my answer is correct. Let me check using a calculator. 1.44. 1.44. So I write 1.44 times 0.6. Wow, I got it. 0.864. So I'm correct. See that? Do you want to try this? You're sleeping, eh? Cool. All right. So same logic. Mia worked out the multiplication. This is the multiplication. See which you are using. We are using this. Okay. 14.4 times 0.06. What did I say? Ignore the decimal point over here. That becomes 144 times. Ignore the decimal point here. The number becomes 6. But can you see? 144 times 6, 144 times 6 is 864. Okay, check. How many decimal places are here? We have 1 decimal place. We have 2 decimal places. Total, we have 3 decimal places. All right, now, let us count 3 numbers. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Same like this. Let me check using a calculator. 1 minute. It looks strange. Looks strange. Let me check. 14.4 multiplied by 0.06. Whoop, whoop. I got it. Good. That is a great method. Right. 0.144 times 0.06. Okay. Hold on. 0.144 times 0.06. All right, ignore the decimal point. The number becomes like this. If we ignore the decimal point, the number becomes like this. If we ignore the decimal point, the number becomes like this. But we don't write like this. We don't write that. Ignore the zeros. Ignore those. You get 144 times 6. Okay. Now hold on. 144 times 6 is the answer is here. Is 864. Now, remember we ignored some decimal points here. Okay. How many decimal places are here? We have 1, 2, 3 decimal places. We have 1, 2 decimal places. Total, we have 5 decimal places. So this answer, on this answer, count 5 numbers from the right. 1, 2, 3. The fourth one, you keep 0. The fifth one, you keep 0. Then the answer becomes 0. The answer becomes 0.00864. I'm done. Okay, let me check if that answer is correct. We have 0.144 multiplied by 0.06. It is equal to, wow, 0.0864. I'm correct. Okay, there is nothing you will be trying. I have done everything for you. That is for you. Okay. You can pause the video and try that. Now, there's this question here. Show that 0.6 multiplied by 6839.5 kilogram is approximately 4.1 ton. Okay, you know what you're going to do? First, multiply 0.6 times 6839.5 kilogram. Then once you get the answer, convert this kilogram you got into ton. I should do this question, but I should do this. So what we are going to do is ignore the decimal point, that is 6 multiplied by, ignore the decimal point, that becomes 68395. When you multiply this, what do? You set vertically. Let us set vertically. Put a 6 here. This is 5 times 6 is 30, carry 3, 6 times 9 is 54, plus 3, 57, carry 5, 6 times 3 is 18, plus 5 is 23, carry 2, 6 times 8 is 48, add 2 is 50, carry 5, 36 times 6 is 36, add 5 is 41. How many decimal places are here? 1, 1. So total 2 decimal places. So 1, 2. The answer is, cancel this 0. The answer is 4103.7. This is kilogram. Okay. Let's check that using a calculator. It's 6839.5 multiplied by 641. No, not by 6. Made a mistake. 6839.5 multiplied by 0.6. Yes, 4103.7. We are correct. Okay. Now we have to change this one here. We have to change 4103.7 kilogram. Change that into ton. Change that into ton. Okay. All right. So we know that 1 ton is equal to 1,000 kilogram. Now, how about 4103.7 kilogram will be equal to how much? So the answer will be 4103.7 times 1 divided by 1,000. 4103.7 divided by 1,000. So you can do this using a calculator and see how much you'll get. Right. This will be 4103.7 divided by 1,000. See that I'm getting 4.1. 0.103037. 037. This will be ton. Now, if I use the option fix on my calculator, I fix it to 1 decimal place. So just use fix. Can you see fix button on my calculator? So use that fix button and fix your calculator to 1 decimal place. You see, I'm getting 4.1. I'm getting 4.1 ton. If we fix our calculator to 1 decimal place, which I already told my students. Okay. So that is the final answer. Dividing decimals. This I already explained to you, so you can try that. Try this. Try this. But let me show you these two, if you don't mind. So put the borders. Put the borders over here. Put the borders over here. Put the borders over here. Let me try with 18.66 divided by 6. So 18.66 divided by 6. You do like this. 1 divided by 6 is not possible. You move 1 step ahead. You get 18 minus 6, 33. 3 times 6, this is 18. You subtract, you get the remainder 0. Drop this 6 over here. But before you drop this 6 over here, take this decimal point, put it here, push it here. See, then drop 6. 6 divided by 6 is 1. 1 times 6, the remainder is 0. Again, drop that 6 over here. 6 divided by 6 is 1. 1 times 6 is 6. The remainder is 0. So my answer is 3.11. Even if when you use a calculator, 8.66 divided by 6, you see? No, that was 18. 18.66 divided by 6. 3.11. Okay, it's because I fixed my calculator. Let me remove the fix buttons. Shift set up. Let us put it normal. And then we compute 18.66 divided by 6. You see that? 3.11. So you can even do this, 45.05 divided by 5. I guess even this you can try. There's nothing to worry about that. Okay, you can try those, and how about this? Should I do it? Let me check. Yes, this I should do. Yes, this can be a little bit confusing to my students. Let me do Let me keep borders first to separate the solutions. Separate the solutions. How much time is gone? Oh, 1 hour 5 minutes. Okay, we can stop here. Should we stop here? No. Let me proceed for just give me a minute. Let me teach you how do we do this question. Okay. Right. So what we are going to do, if I stop here, you take this number, you take this calculation, then you set it as a fraction because it is division. Division is equivalent to fraction. So you do 156.8, set it as a fraction over 0.07. Then you check where do you have more decimal places. Do you have more decimal places in the numerator or you have more decimal places in the denominator? You find that you have more decimal places in the denominator. Question number 2, how many decimal places are there in the denominator? We have 2 decimal places in the denominator. In the numerator, we have 1 decimal place. So I'm going to use 2 decimal places which are present in the denominator. How do we use it? 2 decimal places shows or means 100. So you multiply 100 in the denominator, also you multiply 100 in the numerator. Okay, 156.8 times 100, you know how to do that. You ignore the decimal point, then you keep digits next to each other. 156.800. Then you count, you have 1 decimal place, you count 1 number, and this is where you keep a decimal point. In the denominator, you do ignore the decimal point, put the numbers next to each other, the digits next to each other, then put even these zeros to next to each other. Okay, we have how many decimal places? We have 2 decimal places, so count 2 numbers, 1, 2. So you see that the decimal point will be here. This 0 will cancel with these 2 zeros. Okay, so the numerator will be 15. Sorry. Okay. The numerator will be 15680, and the denominator will be 7. You see how nicely it looks like? Now what do we do here? You do long division method. 15680 divide by 7. You see this? This becomes 2 primary. 15 divided by 7. 1 divided by 7 is not possible. Move to the right. You have 15. This becomes 2. 2 times 7 is 14. Subtract here. The remainder is 1. Drop 6. This becomes 16 divided by 7. This is 2. 2 times 7 is 14. Subtract here. This is 2. Okay, drop down 8. Okay, 28 divided by 7 is 4. 4 times 7 is 28. See that? The remainder is 0. Now this 0, you can push it over here and do 0 times, push it over here, and then you drop it over here. Then 0 times 7 is 0. When you subtract, the remainder is 0. You can even check using a calculator. 15680 divided by 7. 2240. So the answer here, the answer over here is 2240. The answer here is 2240. Here, the answer is 2240. And you can use a calculator to do that. How? Take your calculator, do 156.8 divide by 0.07. What's the answer? 2240. So I'm correct. Using mental and I'm correct using a calculator. So you can we can say, let us stop here, try this, try that, try that, try that. Use this as an example. Use this as an example to do the remaining. Okay, so set this division as a fraction, as a fraction, as a fraction, as a fraction. Then multiply by 100. If you have two more decimal places, multiply by 100. This will also be multiplied by 100. So in each case, okay. Then when I come back to you, I'm going to do this part, which you can also try. But when I come back, I'll do that part. Right? Bye bye for now, and stay tuned.